Okay, guys, before you start filling out that sheet, I just kind of want to do a little bit of a review of Excel and also go over how to make a chart and the different parts of a chart. Remember that Excel is what we call the spreadsheet program. Files in Excel, before you save them, are called books. So like files in Word are called documents. File in Excel is called a book. In each book there are sheets. Remember that columns run up and down. Each column runs up and down and it's identified by a letter. And the rows in an Excel sheet run right and left and they are identified by numbers. In all of the Office files, up here you see tabs. So there's the File tab, Home tab, Insert tab. When you click on the tab, you open up the ribbon. This strip here is called a ribbon, and under each, and in the ribbon there are groups, like there's the editing group, the cells group, the styles group, and the number group. So for this, when we go to chart, we're going to be using the insert. We're going to click on the insert tab to open up the insert ribbon, and we're going to be using the charts group. So when you are charting something in Excel, you always want to select the data first. I can't tell you how many times a student has clicked in a cell and gone to click a chart. Oh, hold on. Oh, I have something selected. And it gives them a blank chart and they don't understand. Mrs. Cruz, this isn't working. It's not charting anything. Well, yes, when you have nothing selected, zero information selected, your chart's going to be blank. So also for that, so that way down at the bottom on the horizontal axis, it says things like spirit wear, dry cleaning, rent. You have to select that information, and over here in the legend, if I want to chart it for a month, I need to make sure instead of it saying series 1, I need to make sure that I chart. I need to select this information. So for our chart, we're going to select the income and the expenses, and that's it. Unless someone tells you to, don't select the individual amounts and the totals, or it throws off your chart. So we're going to select A3, go over here to B3, and go down to B10. So remember, you put your cursor in the middle of A3 and go down to B10. Go to Insert, Column, 2D column. Okay? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add one more sheet. We're going to cut this. So with the chart selected, do Control X and click on your plus sign here and say chart. Oops. Down here, double click where it says sheet 1 and name it chart. And then paste. Don't go up here and click paste. Just Control V. We'll paste it. Now, one thing that a lot of times when students will paste, they'll paste it as a picture accidentally if they click up here and paste. So you know you've pasted it right when you see up here chart, when you click on your chart and you see chart tools. If you are not clicked on your chart, you will not have those extra tabs. So again, to get those, you're going to click on the chart. Okay, we're going to change the title here, monthly expenses for whatever his name is. I'm going to put Jimmy. Okay. And this is what we call the horizontal axis. So we need to add a horizontal axis title, and then we're going to add a vertical axis title. So we're going to click on our chart, and when we do that, we get this little plus sign. So oftentimes in a sheet, it'll say to add, a data labels or whatever it is. So there's that plus sign, which kind of helps. So when you click add, just check axis titles, and then you just click on where it says axis titles. Now watch, guys. Remember, how many times do I tell you to not waste time? So when you click on that, go ahead and just put budget items. I'm gonna uncapitalize my thing, budget items. And then so it's showing up here, it's not showing up down there, and you just press enter and it puts it in there. Now, if I go here and I double click, well then yes, now I would need to hit delete, backspace, backspace, whatever. That's annoying. So just click on it and start typing. So we're going to put amount in. All right. We want to see a legend even though there's only one number. So we're going to go to add and check legend. Remember, in a chart, when you're working in Excel at least, these things are called legends. Not a key, but a legend. So remember, we have our horizontal axis, our vertical axis, a legend. These guys here are called data labels. That's when it shows the amounts on your chart. The last thing we're going to do is go up here and add a chart style. Let's maybe do, this one looks a little bit cooler. Let's click on this, and this moved our legend down to the bottom. Okay. We're going to chart one more set of information, but this time the information is not going to be right next to one another. So we're going to do the expenses and the the expenses and then the yearly amounts. So this one's going to be a little tricky because typically you want to include these things for your legend, but we don't want to because they're not right next to our information. So we're just going to highlight. So without pressing and holding control, you highlight this first, like the words first. So highlight A5 through A10. Then with your opposite mouse hand, press and hold control. Then hover over C5, click and highlight C5 through C10. Then go to Insert, Chart, and right here, go ahead and make sure that your chart looks right. If it doesn't, try it again. Highlight A5 through A10, press and hold control, C5 through C10. Okay, we're going to cut our chart. Control X, go to your charts sheet, click below the other chart, Control V. Kind of move it over a little bit. All right, we're going to choose one of these chart designs, which I think is perfect for this. I'm going to click that one. And then this one, actually, I want it to look like a bar chart. So I'm going to go here and choose this bar chart. That way it gives my words like that. But then I want these amounts to kind of come out like this. So whenever you want to do something to your chart, the easiest thing is to get this thing over here. So I'm going to click on just click on one of the amounts once. And if this doesn't show up, right click and choose Format Data Labels, and that will make this pop up. I'm not sure where yours are, where your data labels, which one of these it's in, but you want to click on this one, and then your alignment group is probably condensed or minimized, so maximize it and go here to text direction and choose this horizontal, and now they're going that way. We're going to put monthly expenses breakdown. Last thing we're going to do is just kind of make these a little bit more of a navy dark navy to go along with, Mill Valley colors. So I don't think that there is a navy color scheme here. So you can just do this really easy. You can go to your home ribbon. So again, you just click on one of your columns and they should all be selected, and choose your like dark navy there. And that's, now you should be good. You can do the same thing up here as well. And actually, let's do one more thing here. So this one gets a little tricky, and it might be helpful to zoom in a little bit. So that way the space in between your grid lines gets a little bigger. Right click in between the grid line space, and then where your chart is, the box should be selected. Again, if it looks like this, you've done it wrong. So click in between the lines. And again, make sure this shows up. If not, right click and say Format Plot Area. And we're going to fill it with a picture. So click on the fill, then click on fill here, and click on picture or texture fill. I don't know why it gives us stupid texture. And then say insert picture from online. Wait for it to load. Sometimes it doesn't load, so if it's easier, just go to Google and type the same thing and then click clipboard instead. So copy it and then click clipboard to paste it. Okay, so I'm going to do Jaguar, or no, let's do money clip art. I'll just choose this one. There. Now it makes my amounts really hard to see. So I'm going to click on those and go up here and change my color to, does black work? If I bold it, it might. Yeah. It's not super easy to see, but you can see it. Ooh, let's do this too. Click on those. Click, make sure those are selected, and go over here. And let's see here. Go down here to number. And where it says category, choose currency. And that should put that $sign on there. Cool. All right, let's do that to this chart too, because these do not have these do not have $signs. So click on them. Go down here again. Again, make sure you're on the chart. Yeah. And expand number. Go over here. Under category, choose currency. And the reason I choose currency over accounting number format is because it attaches the $sign directly to the number instead of spacing it out. I'll show you the difference later. But that makes it make a little bit more sense to what we're doing. All right. Good job, guys. Hopefully you learned some stuff. Feel free to rewind this and make sure that you understand everything pretty well, and save this so I can give you credit for doing this work. And I will grade it tomorrow when I return. Fill out that sheet and then check your work. And then spend the remainder of the hour working on home row. Yay! We love typing. Okay, have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you guys later.